Temperatures, we reached upper 70s in Birmingham today, and a chance the next 2 days we could reach highs close to 80 degrees. What does this pattern mean? Any storms in that forecast? We're going to explore the long range, and we're going to talk about the short term, which also features some wet weather. Let's get to those first alert weather headlines, and you can see scattered showers overnight. Showers possible tomorrow, especially in areas to the north, and we could even have an isolated storm north. No severe weather expected tomorrow, but this muggy, humid, unseasonably warm pattern will continue, and highs the next 2 days nearing 80 degrees. Let's get the first alert AccuTrack radar, and at the moment just a steady stream of clouds. We have the satellite data overlaid here as well, and you can see there again the clouds are streaming in from the west, and really no sign of this letting up anytime soon. A little bit of shower activity I was tracking right in here that was moving through St. Clair County. You can see near Ohatchee, Alexandria there along 431, giving you the first alert. That's just now crossing right here around Highway 77. Just a small shower, but we're dealing with these passing showers, and we'll continue to see these moving west to east. Again, I mentioned around Highway 431 and 144 there through St. Clair County, but you get the picture. So a few scattered pockets of wet weather, maybe a few sprinkles. There's some more rain that's happening back in here. I was noticing back into Mississippi. You can see here some of these showers that are filling in. There's Memphis and the areas to the south. This is all tracking to the east direction, so if some of this does hold together, yet again some more wet weather that we could be tracking moving into our northwest areas. So just giving you the first alert here in Hackleburg and Hamilton, around Double Springs, for some of that wet weather to move in. So that's what we're tracking right now on the radar. We've got this very moist flow, southwest flow aloft, and what we call more of a zonal setup out there. We have this front that moved in, and it stalled and moved north again as a warm front, and that's why it feels so soupy out there. And with all this moisture streaming in from the southwest, this is going to keep our pattern rather unsettled here over the next couple of days. I think next week the risk for severe weather starts ramping up in states west of here. It's just too soon to say right now whether we're going to see those parameters around here. I will say history does show that, you know, when we do get into these fall, muggy, humid kind of setups like we're in right now, it is going to take quite the system and a potent system to really transition this pattern. So we'll have to see, you know, keep close watch on the long range data and into next week. We may see the risk for some storms start to pop up in that forecast, especially around the middle portion of next week. And we'll go beyond the 7-day forecast coming up here on First Alert Weather Extra. I'll be right back. We'll have the full 7-day forecast, and also we're going to revisit Utah. It was this day last week. We had a First Alert Weather Day, and we were getting prepared and tracking all that stormy weather. Meteorologist Lauren Linehan was here in the office, and it was a very long night. We're going to show you how folks there are dealing with the aftermath of that tornado. And again, I mentioned the warm and unsettled pattern. We'll get into more specifics on that next in First Alert Weather Extra.
Adopt an angel and help a child in need.
We're making it easy this holiday season for you to give back through the WBRC Fox 6 News Gifts for Kids Salvation Army Angel Tree program.
There are many ways you can adopt an angel now through December 5th.
In person at the outlet shops at Grand River or the River Chase Galleria.
Online at birminghamsalvationarmy.org.
At participating Chick-fil-A Stuff the Bus location.
Or the Walmart online registry.
For more information, visit WBRC.com and our WBRC News app.
Donate today.
The Birmingham Waterworks story is one we've been on for years and breaking some stories lately that are getting some results. Starting with the Waterworks Board deciding they may not raise your rates as much as they had first thought because of pushback from ratepayers based on our reporting. And then with the attention we brought to this, the Attorney General's office is stepping in, demanding hundreds of pages of documents before the utility does anything about raising your rates. We've been on your side on this story. We'll stay on your side. You stay with us on our WBRC News app.
Every storm has a story, where it came from, where it's going, and the lives impacted in between. Where our story begins is with your first alert, warning you well ahead of time so the chapter in between isn't filled with surprises. The largest team on your side, dedicated to telling the story that starts and ends with you. This is why we First Alert.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm meteorologist Lauren Linehan. A week ago today, we had a few tornadoes that moved through Alabama. One, unfortunately, that killed 2 people down close to Montgomery. But here at home in central Alabama, in Utah, a tornado came through and displaced 26 families. And that includes about 70 people. But when you add it all up, $3 million in damage. Brian Henry with WBRC went back to Utah today to check in.
Utah is still picking up the pieces 1 week after the tornado struck locations such as Ezekiel Baptist Church. It is here where we found Kelvin Cockrell removing one broken limb after another. A broken church does not mean a shattered faith.
But God, and we gonna stand with that God is gonna fix this and make everything well.
Not far away at the Sagewood apartment complex, one building remains fenced off, a daily reminder of just how close it was for Clara Simmons' aunt. She lived on the bottom floor.
Like my aunt, she had been here for 30-some years, and she's currently in a hotel.
In a hotel, other apartments, other cities, 26 families, some with children, are now living in temporary housing. Utah Mayor Latasha Johnson.
Like they put some in Demopolis in the complex over there. I think they sent some to Tuscaloosa to their complex.
The $3 million worth of damage is below the FEMA threshold to trigger federal assistance. That means Utah's personnel are doing the hard work of cleaning up, along with volunteers such as Cockrell. Mayor Johnson says even with a number of people pitching in, they could still use some help.
Whatever items that they could send, like toiletry, clothes.
2 storms this year for Utah, and much like the storm back in April, there were no injuries or deaths from the tornado 1 week ago.
It was a roar and it sounded like a train. I don't ever want to hear that again.
Grateful is the word around here in Greene County.
Thanks for Brian Henry for updating us on that report. Coming up next, we check back in with Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt for more on this warm and unsettled pattern that doesn't seem to want to let up. And I'll let you go beyond the 7-day to see if we will have some relief a little closer to Christmas. First Alert Weather Extra. We'll be right back.
If your shower or bath looks like this, it's time for an upgrade. Hey everybody, Joe here with BJ Worzen, owner of West Shore Home, to talk about how West Shore is evolving the customer experience to provide seamless remodeling projects to homeowners all across America. BJ.
Joe, we know a lot of people are looking to knock out some remodeling projects before the holidays get here, but the busyness of those holidays can really slow down those plans. So I want to let everybody know they can get those projects done right now and it won't be a big disruption to their life.
Well, BJ, how are you doing that?
So everything we do is designed to be fast, easy, and convenient for our customers. And it all starts with that initial call. Pick up the phone and call the number on the screen right now. It'll be answered by a live representative. They'll be able to answer all your questions about the shower bath project, but more importantly, find a time to have one of our design consultants come out to the home for that free in-home consultation. We even do evening and Saturday appointments to make it most convenient for the homeowner.
In that design consultation, that's where the homeowner chooses the styles and options to create a bath space that they're really going to love.
Right, we'll bring out one of these and let them design the bath of their dreams. If they want to move forward, we have multiple financing options designed to fit any family's budget. And the best part is we have instant credit decision.
So no waiting, they'll know on the spot whether they're approved. Okay, how about financing offers? Do you got something special for us today?
We have something really special right now that we're doing just for the holiday season. It's going to be 18 months with no payments and no interest. That means you don't have to make a payment on this project until after next holiday season. And for a limited time, we're going to do free installation on all shower and bath projects.
Again, no worries about making a single payment until 18 months after the project is installed. That's incredible. BJ, thanks so much, folks. Shower and bath remodeling has never been easier. Call West Shore Home now and take advantage of this great offer. West Shore Home is extending this offer for 1 week only. Call in now to get 18 months of no payments and no interest financing. Plus, you heard BJ, for a limited time, West Shore Home is doing free installation on all shower and bath projects. This is an offer you do not want to miss. Call West Shore Home now.
All right, welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. You can see there on radar a lot of clouds and a few spotty showers moving through. And I tell you what, I think I just spotted Santa Claus. He's in Jasper, Alabama. What a turnout there tonight. We have Christmas parades happening all around the area. We have a parade in Homewood, and also there is a tree lighting happening in Fultondale. We've got Trussville coming up this weekend, and look out for meteorologist Lauren Linehan. She'll be in Blount County and Susan Moore, Alabama this weekend. We've got a parade happening there, but love that little town. Been through Blount County, one of the prettiest areas in the state of Alabama there, and especially this time of the year, which most of the leaves now have left the trees with all the wind that we had over the past couple of weeks and the storms, and it's been rather mild. You know, we had that report from Brian Henry as the cleanup continues there in Utah. A lot of families displaced from the tornado that happened there in Utah. Thankfully, with the cleanup underway, it's not freezing out there. At least we got some warmer conditions, and I think tomorrow there is going to be some nice in-between periods. Again, you can see a little bit of rain there. We're tracking pushing through Asheville. That's moving off to the east direction. So any break in the wet weather that you can find, and a lot of us are at the moment enjoying a nice break in the wet weather. It actually feels pretty good. Get a walk in, take it in, because it's just a matter of time. You know, that cold air will be coming back. 6 o'clock through 9 o'clock tonight, rain still quite isolated to spotty. Overnight tonight, though, some of that rain over Mississippi I was showing you, some of that could work in these northern areas. I'd still plan for the possibility of some damp conditions in the morning, some wet roads. Check in with the Good Day team and the traffic team in the morning. There could be a few scattered showers around. We'll catch some breaks during the day. Areas south, a pretty good chance we make it through the entire day. Dry, warm, a good chance we get close to 80 degrees out there. I mean, if this keeps up, we're going to have to break out the mosquito repellent with these temperatures. Notice 5 o'clock tomorrow to the north here. We're looking at a pretty good chance of rain, maybe a few rumbles of thunder right around Smith Lake. There's a chance of an isolated storm. This is closer to the vicinity where we have that front stalled out, and all this rain's just been riding along that front, and every now and then we'll see a disturbance kind of roll along, and we'll see an increase. And notice here that by 7 o'clock, some of that wet weather could work south across our area. So based on some of the high-res data like you see here coming in today, I can't rule out another little flare-up of those showers by the time you check in with us right here tomorrow night. We'll probably be tracking some of that wet weather. We get to Thursday morning, looks mainly dry, a lot of clouds, 60s, very mild. There's 3 o'clock on Thursday. Again, you get the picture. Most areas mainly dry, perhaps a shower, but I think Thursday even a greater chance at more areas enjoy some of this nice warm weather and a break in the rain. But then we get to Friday, and that system to the north, well, here it comes again, that front dropping southward, so we'll get some more clouds, we'll get some more showers there on Friday. Probably a little bit cooler once that passes by into the afternoon and evening. We'll probably catch a break Friday night and a Saturday. We'll see the coverage of showers thin out, but it looks like late Saturday and especially on Sunday. See this? Rain coming back. That system starts to move north once again, and we'll have another good chance for some wet weather. I think Sunday, with respect to weekend plans, is probably the wetter day over the weekend, the way it's looking right now. You can see Sunday 11 o'clock, looks like through Sunday night. Pretty good chance for some wet weather, and hopefully that will lift north. We'll catch a break on Monday and perhaps into Tuesday. It looks like Tuesday we'll start to see that risk for severe weather ramping up in states to the west of us. Some of the long-range guidance, specifically the European model, wanted to bring a strong line of rain and storms in here around Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So there are some timing differences, but we do need to watch next week, especially coming off of a pattern like this with these unseasonably warm conditions. But if you do have travel plans, areas west, we're talking back over Texas, Arkansas, Storm Prediction Center already noting those areas for a risk of strong to severe storms. And we put the first alert for stormy on the 7-day for Tuesday. And, you know, just kind of watching Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think in that time frame there, we could get a better chance for some storms impacting parts of the state, parts of the region. So just check in for updates as we fine tune the long range forecast. Again, for the weekend, looks like Saturday or Sunday is going to be the day with the higher rain chances there. Saturday could see a little bit of rain, more limited to the afternoon and evening, but that long range forecast is something we're watching closely, and so is meteorologist Lauren Linehan. Lauren, you and I were both talking about next Tuesday and Wednesday. You know, it's just a matter of time for this kind of pattern to shift. It's going to take a potent storm system to move in here.
Yeah, like you said, Wes, it's not going to be until we get that potent storm system that we're likely going to see this pattern breaking up. We've had this blocking ridge of high pressure that's been sitting over the Gulf, little disturbances just moving along the top side of that. So we need a storm system to come through. So it does look like that Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, getting a little bit beyond the 7 days when that could happen. So here we are next Tuesday at lunchtime. The Storm Prediction Center has been highlighting this area to our north and west for the potential for potentially some strong to severe storms. Now that's still a week out, but we're going to be keeping a close eye on it. Notice here as we look at that flow in the middle levels of the atmosphere, you've got this trough that's going to be digging down. So we talked about that ridge. That's where you have that high pressure sitting over the Gulf, but finally a stronger trough digging down, and that may help to break up the pattern. So when that happens on the east side of that trough, that's where you can see storms developing. So it looks like right now, as far as timing, which of course this can and will change, it's kind of muddy right now, but as we get through the next several days, we'll be getting in better data. This is showing the potential for rain and storms coming into Alabama by Wednesday morning. Now, what I've been seeing has indicated, okay, maybe as it gets closer to us, it's going to weaken, but that's not a guarantee at this time. We could be in a situation where maybe it could get here earlier in the day, later in the day, and that could actually have an impact on the severity of any storms we see. But right now, at least showing some rain moving in on Wednesday, and potentially once the rain and storms move out of here we are Wednesday night, we begin to see that trough digging down across Alabama. You get a trough digging down, that's colder air that's going to be descending across the state. So we move that stormier weather out of here, that warmer weather out of here, and should be seeing some colder weather once we get past next Wednesday. At least that's what it's indicating beyond the 7-day. And then as we look towards next Friday, December 16th, looking fairly dry. So that trough will help to dry us out once it moves through, but we could see another system headed our way. We saw that not this weekend, but next weekend, the weekend before Christmas. Not out of the question that we could see some storms moving into central Alabama. So of course, this is still plenty of time to fine tune the forecast. Here we are a few days before Christmas, Tuesday, the Tuesday before Christmas, December 20th, showing maybe another little trough digging down across the deep south, and that could be bringing some rain across North Alabama. But generally, the trend I've seen is that maybe as we're leading up towards Christmas, should be drying out. Now, will it stay that way? That's well beyond the 7 days, so we're not going to exactly give you that Christmas forecast just yet, but we can show you the trends. Now, 6 to 10 days from now, so still a week or so from now, the general trend does favor potentially above average rainfall, kind of a wetter pattern across a good portion of the U.S. It's not just for us here in Alabama, but showing at least still a week from now and into next Wednesday, we could still be seeing that potential for some showers and maybe some strong storms in the forecast. We'll have to see if that severe threat can migrate eastward. But, okay, we're talking about the rain. It's December. We expect it to feel cold. That's going to be tough to come by over the next 6 to 10 days. I think maybe once we get into next weekend, we could be seeing, like I mentioned, that trough digging down, cooling us out once we get past next Tuesday, Wednesday, but still over the next week, favoring above average temperatures. If you want to get cold weather, go out across the western half of the country. But here in Alabama, still likely going to be seeing temperatures running above average for early mid-December. So let's look at those high temperatures here over the next 6 to 15 days from now, basically the next 2 weeks. Here we go into next week showing 60s, maybe even getting to some 70s early on. And then we mentioned that trough that's going to be digging down, that front coming through that could bring that storm system Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. And right there we see it adding up, those temperatures dropping finally as we get a little closer to Christmas. And remember, our average high temperature this time of the year, 59 degrees. So today we had a high of 76 in Birmingham. So we're running 15 degrees above average right now and only going to get warmer from here. First alert for that. As far as those low temperatures, though, with this unsettled pattern, mornings have been fairly mild, and that looks to be the trend going into next week. But once that trough comes through with that storm system, that cooler air descending behind it, you'll notice we can really see a bit of a cool down in the forecast, not this weekend, but going into next weekend. We'll see a little cool down this weekend. It's not much, though. Nothing to call home about. But we'll take one final look at that 7-day forecast coming up after the break. We'll be right back.
Adopt an angel and help a child in need.
We're making it easy this holiday season for you to give back through the WBRC Fox 6 News Gifts for Kids Salvation Army Angel Tree program.
There are many ways you can adopt an angel now through December 5th.
In person at the outlet shops at Grand River or the River Chase Galleria.
Online at BirminghamSalvationArmy.org.
At participating Chick-fil-A Stuff the Bus location.
Or the Walmart online registry.
For more information, visit WBRC.com and our WBRC News app.
Donate today.
First alert, we are tracking
In times like this,
we now have a tornado warning that's active.
having a way to see and hear what's happening on your phone,
The most intense part of this storm right now is tracking towards Shelby County.
that means everything.
Okay, you need to get in your safe place now. Stay there. We will let you know when this warning expires. Stay with us.
Download the First Alert Weather app today. Stay alert. Stay with the First Alert Weather Team.
The Birmingham Waterworks story is one we've been on for years and breaking some stories lately that are getting some results. Starting with the Waterworks Board deciding they may not raise your rates as much as they had first thought because of pushback from ratepayers based on our reporting. And then with the attention we brought to this, the Attorney General's office is stepping in, demanding hundreds of pages of documents before the utility does anything about raising your rates. We've been on your side on this story. We'll stay on your side. You stay with us on our WBRC News app.
Let's get one last look at that 7-day forecast. So if you thought you look outside today, it looks cloudy, a little dreary, rainy, you step outside, you're thinking you're gonna get hit with this blast of cold, muggy air. It was muggy air. It was a little warm outside, so we're still going to be breaking a sweat at least through Thursday. I think we'll still be seeing 70s around through Friday. Now, Wes has been mentioning tomorrow there's likely going to be a better chance of showers, especially north of I-20. There's a little front that's trying to scoot into North Alabama, so anytime you have a front around, that's a focal point for all of this warm, moist air that we're socked in under right now to lift up, and that creates showers and sometimes storms. So we'll keep the rain chances around 40–50% for tomorrow. Better chance across North Alabama. Notice though on Thursday, drying out a little bit. Just some isolated showers possible, but because we will likely be drier on Thursday, more breaks of sunshine. So I would not be surprised to see those temperatures skyrocket. Still going to be warm and muggy, and still a chance of showers on Friday. We'll keep that rain chance into Saturday. That front is going to nudge through over the weekend, and so that'll drop highs down from the 70s into the low 60s by Sunday. But we do have a first alert for better rain coverage on Sunday. And then you'll notice even as we go into next week, that weather pattern is not just staying unsettled, it is staying warm. But we're going to be keeping a close eye on the Tuesday into Wednesday time frame. Right now it looks like if we were to see any storms on Tuesday, that would still be to our west, but there's a chance that system could speed up. So we just want to make sure you are staying in the loop. As always, you can stay up to date on the First Alert Weather app. And then Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt will be checking back in with you tonight on First at 9. And you can catch us back here tomorrow on Weather Extra at 6:30. I'm meteorologist Lauren Linehan. Have a safe and happy Tuesday evening.